MG-42! Watch out!
Excuse me, sir. Tank! Let's cut right to the point. Medal of Honor Vanguard is not a good game. Not by any stretch of the imagination. It's not a good entry in the Medal of Honor series, and it's certainly not a good shooter in a general sense. I have a feeling some of you who played this as a child have a more attached viewpoint, but coming at this game from a fresh, never played before vantage point, it quickly became obvious just how much of a bare bones, do just enough for this to be released attitude was put into the making of this game. It starts off with a promising premise though. In Vanguard, you play as Frank Keegan, a member of the 82nd Airborne Division, fighting alongside a squad of fellow paratroopers through the initial invasion of Sicily, Normandy, the ill-fated Operation Market Garden, and then the push into northern Germany. This is something we don't see all too much in FPS set during World War II, and the few times you make the jump do have their thrill to them. Though it's simply not enough to hold the game together. Let's start with the most obvious aspect, the graphics. The PlayStation 2, while not being incredibly powerful, was capable of showcasing some impressive titles. Vanguard is not one of these. Ignoring the obvious, and how the whole game stutters like a slideshow and too much is going on at once, the whole look of the game is extremely basic. Basic textures, basic character models, basic weapon models, surprisingly good light rays for some reason, and wait a minute, that's not a Third Reich flag. Actually, there isn't a single Nazi swastika in the whole game, which begs the question, who are we fighting here? Clearly it can't be the Nazis of World War II because the imagery is inaccurate. How am I supposed to enjoy blowing up Nazis if they don't even look like Nazis? World War II censorship in a single player story mode is dumb. Sound design, what little of it there is mostly just reused music from Frontline, which I also did a review of, link in the description below. Average voice work and the near constant sound of
Watch out! There's an MG-42! MG-42! Reloading the MG-42!
I swear, this seems to be the only LMG these non-Nazi Nazis use in this game. Weapons all sound okay, and there is a little quirkier encounter of there occasionally being no music playing, which actually adds some immersion and mild tension during certain levels. But who cares? There's some Italian fornication going on in the middle of a war zone. Now, in critiquing the controls, I have to remember the limitations shooters had with the PS2's controller. But god damn, these controls are stiff and awkward. When aiming down the sights, you are locked in place, only able to bob and weave like some sort of interpretive rifle dance. Want to know how you sprint? Hold down the bottom left shoulder button, or hold down the left analog stick. Why have two separate ways dedicated to performing a single action? Throwing grenades is clunky and takes way too long. Have I played shooters with worse controls? Yes, but Vanguard is near the bottom of the quality barrel. The single player is less than 4 hours long. Look at how quickly these bodies vanish off the battlefield. Level layouts are basic and do nothing cool or unique. I will concede my surprise the first time I advanced towards the enemy in a firefight and saw the AI actually responding to my aggressiveness in an intelligent manner, falling back as a unit to a secondary defensive position. Or maybe they were just trying to fall back to a better game. Medal of Honor Vanguard sounds recycled, looks cheap, controls stiffly, that's a word, yeah, and has some decent enemy AI. It's not above average, and it's not average, it's a 4.6 out of 10. Hello everyone, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you haven't yet, be sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button and ring the little bell next to it so you'll always be notified whenever I upload things. I generally try to upload a new video every 2 weeks, but sometimes they just kind of arrived when they're finished. I really appreciate you taking the time to check out my tiny little channel, so the subscription will be much appreciated, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!